We serve a covenant-keeping God. Every revelation of the truth is God simply saying, I've made these provisions for you, and these are the things to do to take delivery. For every provision of the kingdom, there are conditions for delivery. We are so interested in the provisions, but we are not committed to the conditions. And all we are doing is begging God to do what is what we will not permit him to do. But from henceforth, no one shall remain a crying baby. No one shall remain a crying baby. The Lord said to me years ago, because he gave me some access by grace to the place of covenant knowledge very early. Very early. There's a place for you on top if you're interested. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. If you will diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord your God and observe to do all his commands I command you today, the Lord will set you on high above all nations of the earth. Then came Rema from it. Son, there's a place for you on top if you're interested. I said, I'm interested. He said, whatever it tells you to do, do it. It's not just being interested. The only way to get there is doing whatever it tells you to do. Do whatever it tells you to do. Do whatever the word says to do. You won't do it, you won't get there. 1984. Some 38 years ago. My son, you have two eyes. Can you make one to look up and one to look down? Psalm 34 verse 5. Anytime you are looking unto man, never claim to be looking unto me. But if you fix your eyes on me, you'll never be ashamed. Covenant keeping God. Covenant keeping God. My son, my prosperity plan is not a promise. It doesn't answer to prayers. It's not a promise. It has no respect for fasting. My prosperity plan is a covenant. Until your part is played, I am not committed. Emilio Basso told me myself. I've come across many fine prosperity teachers who are wallowing in poverty. Yes. They have taught many people into their high places, but there's no change in their story. Are there not touts at the airport that get people on board who have never seen the inside of a plane? It's not a promise. You can't preach your way into it. You practice your way into it. You can't use connection into it. Practice your way into it. You can't use receiving into it. You use giving to access and flow in it. If you eat your fruit with the seed, that's all. It won't show tomorrow. So those who only receive, they don't experience true prosperity. They're always waiting to receive. Always waiting to receive. Somebody asked me, what do you do between the time you give and when you receive? I said, I've never thought about it. You are the only one telling me now. I should sleep and wake and the seed should grow. He knows not how. Does the farmer go to the place in the night to find out whether the seed is growing? No, he's asleep. These things are real. They are so real. They are so tangible. And they are open and available to anybody. It's like lay before you life and death. Anytime you don't choose the truth, you have chosen trial. You have chosen defeat. You will never choose trial. trial or defeat again in your life. Because everything we're doing here is all about the world, the tables of the covenant. What is God saying to do to get at what he has promised? What is God saying to do to get us across to what he has promised? Many know the promises but are not interested in the conditions. And so they keep begging God to do what his word will not allow him to do. God is ruled by his word. He does not only rule the world by the word, the word rules him. He's a covenant keeping God. There are things he will never do, no matter who is begging him, until you do what he has asked you to do. I've been young, David said, and I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken or his children begging bread. Most prayers are beggarly prayers. Beggarly prayers. But that's no more you. It's time to press for the word. It's time to press for the word. It's time to press for the word. And we shall get there. We saw how access to divine secrets enthroned many in the Old Testament. What we call divine secrets in the Old Testament is what we call revelation today in the New Testament. It is access to divine secret that makes stars in the kingdom. Access to divine secret. In as much as God has shown you these things, no one is as wise and secret as you are. Genesis 41 and verse 38. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel. He dominated his place of captivity. The king bowed down and worshipped him. Behind the making of stars in the kingdom is access to divine secrets. Access to divine secrets. Access to divine secrets. You can't engage with divine secrets without your star emerging. You can't. And remember, Jesus Christ is called the bright and the morning star. And as the Father has sent him, so has he sent us. So we are redeemed to be stars in the world. Amen. Praise God. Hallelujah. Revelation 22 verse 16. John 17:18. But for our star to rise, it takes access to divine secrets. It takes access. Arise, shine, for your light is come. Arise, shine, for your light is come. A very loving person asked me many years ago in America. He said, "Oh my, we just blessed and refreshed. What needs have you in your ministry?" I said, "Our ministry has no needs. Our ministry has no needs. We only meet needs." 1987 in America. Do we not have needs? Access to divine secret makes stars. Make stars. All the jamboree people are doing around, it's not the way. Engaging with divine secrets will cause the star in you to rise. With opposition, discrimination, attack, it doesn't change.